I'm Darian Anderson. I'm here with iXtend, and we're at the 2012 Summit, J.D. Edwards Partner Summit in Broomfield, Colorado. And we're very excited to be here with the new SaaS offering that we're providing for J.D. Edwards, EnterpriseOne, hosted on the Oracle stack. The Spark servers, T1 servers. Business of iXtend, we started back in 2001. We are a 100% J.D. Edwards technology shop, if you will. We provide implementation services, hardware services around the hosting, database services to all the clients. So our clients range from 50 million annual revenue all the way up to 10 and 15 billion annual revenue, Fortune 500. We're in the manufacturing, distribution, finances, across all the different markets. We're actually in a global economy versus a local economy when it comes to the ERP side. iXtend has a pure play focus on J.D. Edwards because their Tier 1 ERP system is very flexible. It's easy to implement. And again, I can go to every database, I can go to any platform, and I can actually mix and match all of them as well. So from the back end all the way to the front end to the web interfacing and the user interface, it's very easy and simple to run. It even goes further down to like it's a single ledger, single point, where there's truth in the actual system. You actually know what you have. In the flexibility and the scalability from whether you're a 10 concurrent user to 5,000 concurrent users. Once you show the client and the customers what they have in their system and how flexible it is, how easy it is to implement, and then how easy it is to have ongoing support, and again, back to the single ledger, it's very compelling story. When you look at Microsoft Dynamics, they don't have it. You look at SAP, they're very fragile, they're very complex, millions of dollars. J.D. Edwards has never been built that way. It was always built for pure flexibility. We looked at every other package from Microsoft Dynamics, there's SAP, and all the other folks out there. From a complexity standpoint, J.D. Edwards is the simplest one, the easiest one to implement, and then you have SAP on the other side. It's written in stone. You know, once it's in. It's very hard to move it around and be flexible and get it moving. So it's a very fragile system. The other side of that is Microsoft Dynamics. It just doesn't measure up to what J.D. Edwards has from the accounting and the finances and even on the manufacturing distribution side. J.D. Edwards is a complete suite built in with the middleware, the tools, everything is there. Yes, literally since we've purchased the system and we've actually brought it in and stood it up here in the last 3 weeks, we actually have 4 clients that are going to be going live in the next week on the Spark T4 processor with the ZFS file storage system of the 7320. And then we also have the T4-1B servers that are the actual engineered systems as well for J.D. Edwards. So the clients are very excited to see the Spark chip, the processors, the engineered system where we have everything in place, up and running, as a single source. The biggest thing was knowing that you have a partner out there, like iXtend, from a client perspective, that invested in, literally the fastest, most reliable systems on the planet. To run their system in a hosted environment. We didn't go out and do a third party or a lower tiered system. So we actually went out for the cream of the crop and put it together. And then the fact that it's all engineered in one and our services wrap around it. They have everything in place, up and running. Their total cost of ownership is lower. It's fixed. It's covered from hardware to software to services and everything. So it's an Oracle stack on the Spark T4 servers. With the processors. We have the ODA, the Oracle Database Appliance on the back end from the database perspective. And then we also have the ZFS file storage system 7320 on the back end as well for additional reliability in terms of our storage area. So when you look at it from that aspect, we took pieces of all the different technologies of Oracle. So we took a pure engineered system for the Spark servers, the T4B, or T4-1B and the T4 processors, and then we took another engineered system, the Oracle Database Appliance, tied that into the database portion that the Spark servers talk to, and then we took the ZFS storage file system 7320 and used that as a local high availability system. From a speed, reliability, a scalability, and even the price point, you can't beat it anywhere you go. Being the fastest, most reliable hosted system on the planet using an Oracle stack running J.D. Edwards clients is a huge, huge benefit for our client base. It goes back to when you buy a software package or you buy anything nowadays, you don't buy it as a kit. And IT always buys as a kit. They buy it, they take it home, they put it together. And Oracle's actually come back and said, no, you know what? Buy it running. buy it where it's already engineered. The software runs on the hardware runs with the software. You can't beat it. And with iXtend services behind that, we have true high availability, flexibility in a real SaaS model for ERP, specifically in JD Edwards. We've tried, and even today we run Windows, we run Dell hardware, we run IBM. You know, from the price points to the amount of resources it takes to support these, and then the actual support ongoing when you're troubleshooting, you can't even compare. Oracle is light years ahead of everybody when it comes down to the Spark T4. I can go forward and backwards, I can scale the containers, I can put multiple containers, I can virtualize, I can do all kinds of things from where the world of the cloud computing is going. And iXtend is in the business of building an enterprise cloud for ERP. And that's what the Solaris operating system along with the Spark T4 servers gets us. And it gets us that value right up front. We're running in the data center, we use less energy. It's really, when a system comes in and it's pre-engineered, pre-installed, we literally are already weeks, if not months ahead in some cases, depending on the situation. It's forward, backward compatible, so we can pull the old system in and we can stack it onto the new system, and it's going to run. As opposed to when you're in another operating system, regardless what it is outside of Solaris, I have bug fixes and patches, and I have all these other unknowns that I have to constantly troubleshoot. So it can take up the time. It can take up to it could be a week, it could be a day, it could be 3 months. In our business of hosting a client, it's not tolerable. We can't tolerate that downtime. Offering with the Oracle database appliance, the ZFS 7320 file storage system, and even the Spark T4 servers, we can actually host any client anywhere in the globe on literally the fastest, most reliable system on the planet. Our whole model of building iXtend is a seamless, transparent package of services. We offer JD Edwards from the CNC, the development, the functional, the whole thing. We want to do everything for our client. And as an Oracle business partner, specifically for JD Edwards, iXtend chose to stay and keep everything in the family of JD Edwards. And along comes with that is actually the hardware platform engineered stack that Oracle provides. So by putting both of these together within the Oracle family, iXtend can provide all services related to JD Edwards on the application side, on the from the business aspect, and we can also offer everything from a hardware side in our cloud. So in our enterprise cloud, we now took it a couple notches up from a competitor of Dell or IBM with our Oracle stack from a high availability standpoint. And when you marry both of those together, the risk goes away for our clients, the total cost of ownership goes away and goes down significantly for our clients. And then our resource allocation on our side, intellectual property, goes up for our clients, which in turn keeps them up and running 24/7.